Alright YouTube, in this video I'm going to go through the new 2013 products from Cold Steel and tell you, just my opinion. Alright, first we have this Warcraft Anto. The blade length, it's comparable to a USMC K-bar fighting knife. And this is 3V steel. Now if you're not familiar with 3V steel, let me just say it's a very, very good steel. Alright, that's why they're saying the price is around $300, but the retail price is going to be less. Obviously, it's probably going to be, I don't know, less than $250. Still expensive, but I do want to get this, but due to the price, it's definitely not an impulse buy, okay? I might get one, but I'm not going to do it lightly. I'll try to get one, but it might take me a while. Alright, next we have their Chaos series. These are trench knives. They have a single-edged tanto and a double-edged spear point dagger. I'm definitely going to get one, and I probably will be getting the tanto, the single-edged one. I feel with a trench knife, first of all, you're probably not going to have to use this thing, right? But just theoretically, if you were using the knuckle duster aspect as well as the skull crusher, you're going to want to be able to bring both hands into play in that kind of trench warfare situation. And having a single edge instead of the double edge, it just makes it easier to get your offhand into play because you can come in behind it. Alright, next we have these Code 4 folding knives. These to me look very similar to the Recon One folders, but these have aluminum handles instead of the G10. And according to Cold Steel, these are made for, especially for law enforcement and military. I think they're interesting, but I probably won't pick one up just because I already have two Recon Ones, and the change from G10 to aluminum, they did make it lighter, and they say it's very slim, but that's just not enough of a change for me personally to necessarily get one. Alright, the Cold Steel left-handed cutlass. Well, I am left-handed. I'll consider that, but there's other Cold Steel swords that I want more, like the small sword. Okay, this all-terrain chopper, I am definitely getting this. It looks like they put the same handle on this as they have on the two-handed Latin machete, and I have a matched pair of those. Alright, that handle, it's a good handle if you do, a lot of blade manipulation. I think the blade design on this is very unique. Obviously you can tell it's top-heavy. It's definitely, that's why they're saying it's a chopper. Alright, so I'm definitely going to get one of these. Here is their new Barong. They did have a Barong in the past, but this one has a more authentically shaped handle. Keeps you locked in. I am definitely going to get one of these. From the picture, it looks like the edge on this might be the old style edge that still has the paint on it. Hopefully not. I hope the edge on this will be just as good as on their newer machetes, but we shall see. But yeah, this is a must-have. Alright, Barong, it's a design from the Philippines, and half my family's from there, so that's a must-have for me. Alright, these the next generation of the Urban Pal push dagger type things. These are 2.5-inch blades. Sometimes I don't think people realize exactly how short 2.5 inches is. But, for that reason, I probably won't get these, although I do think they would be very handy as, if you need something specifically that's an extremely short blade length. But I don't, so I'm not getting those. The Bowie Machete they're bringing back, excuse me. They're bringing this back, a classic. I am going to get this. It's going to be a very affordable price. And now they've brought back their Spike series. I have the Scottish Spike and the Scimitar Spike. What they've done is taken their Spike series and they've added a more substantial handle. Right, so I'm definitely going to get one of their spikes. They have 4. I will most likely get this Bowie spike. I just think that's the best of the 4 that I've seen. The Counterpoint XL has a 6-inch blade. Definitely going to get this. I'm going to compare it to my Holdout with a 6-inch blade. Right, and I have the other 2 counterpoints, so I pretty much have to get that one. All right, they're calling this the Hideout. It's a 3-inch blade and then extra long handle. I'm definitely going to get this mainly because it's going to be very affordable and just simply for the coolness factor. It's a little double-edged blade with an extra long handle. It looks like paracord. It's actually a textured grivery handle. But yeah, it's a fun little blade. I'll try it. All right, this is their Marauder. It's a sub-hilt with a modified Bowie tip. I'm definitely going to get this. What I want to do is compare this to the Ontario Marine Raider Bowie, because they're both large Bowie knives at fairly, well, I don't know how much this will be, but alright, it looks like a little overpriced for Aus 8, but still, on coolness factor alone, I'm going to get it. You know, you can cut off that sub-hilt. If you really don't like sub-hilts, it's no big deal. You can cut off that sub-hilt. Alright, so I'm going to try this. Alright, this new Peacemaker Series, it's pretty weird because they've taken... This is a Scandi grind knife, and they've also put a hollow grind on this tip area here. This part is flat, Scandi grind, and then, you know, there's a hollow grind here. That's actually the same design that you can find on some Mora knives, but they're not really selling this as an outdoor utility knife. You know, they talk about using it as self-defense, or, you know, they basically say you can use it for anything. But, I don't know, I mean, I already have a Mora knife that has kind of the same type of blade and a better steel. So, yeah, I don't think I'll get this. Right, this right here, the Poleax, it looks cool. I don't know if I'll get it. You know, I already have several long weapons, you know, that can do the same thing or better. But it is pretty cool. I'll tell you this, Cold Steel, if you send me one of these, I guarantee the demonstration I do with it will be quite a feat, because I mean, it's 72 inches long. I'm just going to spin it like a helicopter until I take off and like fly away and stuff. No, I'm kidding. Alright, here's their Royal Kukri Machete. This is a machete version of their Kukri, you know, their real Kukri. I think this is a must-have because, I mean, for such a low price, you know, it's basically a poor man's version of their Kukri, but it's going to be good in itself. You know, it's kind of like how they made a machete version based on a Gladius. Definitely, you know, a lot of people are going to get this, myself included. This is their Smatchet. You know, it's interesting that they're just calling it a Smatchet instead of a Smatchet machete. It does look more machete-ish. Machete-ish? What the hell? But yeah, I think this is a must-have as well. I actually have the Atlanta Cutlery version of the Smatchet, and I've done a review, so, I mean, I need to compare that one with this one. Alright, and here is their Talwar series of folders. You know, Aus 8, G10, Triad Lock. I am definitely getting one of these, and it's going to be this one. The 5.5-inch Talwar, fully serrated. That's the one I'm going to get. If I can swing it, I would get the plain edge too, but I don't think I can get both, or because it is going to be kind of expensive. It'll probably be just as much as the G10 Espada, right? But I am going to get this because I need to compare this to my 5.5-inch Voyagers and the Espada. Alright, here we have more of the Spike series, and then some trainers. These are trainers for the trench knives, and a trainer, you know, it's made of santoprene. You know, basically a synthetic trainer safety version of the Trench Hawk. Yeah, I'm going to get all these because I'm a total pussy that can't handle real weapons, so I'm going to get these. No, I'm kidding. Alright, no, I'm kidding. You know, it is a good idea for beginners to get training weapons, you know, better safe than sorry. Alright, but keep in mind, you know, one day you're going to have to switch to the real weapon, and then you're just going to have to be extra careful anyway, right? But yeah, no, I'm not going to get any of these trainer weapons. Alright, this is their new two-handed Katana machete. It's actually the same design, but they've increased the length from 19 inches of blade length to 24 inches. Alright, that is pretty awesome, and it's going to be very affordable. I'm definitely going to get one of these, and I most likely will just saw off the extra part of the handle to make it a one-handed poor man's sword. But yeah, I do think that is a big improvement, adding 5 inches to the blade length. You know, I have the original one, and it's very light in weight. Alright, so I don't think it'll be any problem even with a one-handed handle. I don't think it'll be a problem with that, so definitely going to get that. Alright, Recon One Extra-Large, 5.5-inch blade length. Again, I'm definitely going to get this because I really want to compare it to my Clip Point Voyager Extra-Large. Alright, which is almost the same, except the Voyager has, you know, a lighter weight handle. Doesn't have the G10. But yeah, I definitely like all the 5.5-inch blade length folders that Cold Steel has, because other companies don't go that big. So I'm definitely going to try this one out. They also have a Tanto. I don't know if I'll get that, but I'll definitely at least get this one. Alright, YouTube, well, you wanted to know what I think. That's what I think. Those are my picks. What do you think of all these items?